how important will that be to set up these fights? It's going to be a battle, baby, and I know two guys ready to cast. One's already been streaming and casting earlier. It's Mirko and Gideon.
Thanks so much, Rain Day. Welcome, everybody, to the most anticipated match of the day. It's going to be Onic facing up against Team Spirit. And once again, these teams, they know so much about each other. I mean, seeing the Paquito show up once again, but Hirara being given over, the trades have been great.
They've got that experience, man. They've played so many games already. Again, both teams having to deal with some rough patches in the group stages to make it this far as well. Some crazy games from Onic just yesterday. And especially after a ridiculous result just earlier, Young Gun Galacticos with an upset win. Could be another. Could be the best MSC ever. It already is up there.
I'm already nervous about it, right? Because every single moment, every single position is going to be taken into the account here. You know, we got to put everything underneath that microscope to see where the big plays could be made. Looking at the emblem so far, things are up to standard picks. A lot more tenacities that I'm seeing here, even from Sans and as well as Lutpi, understanding, hey, I can't afford to die like this, especially since we've seen so many games here at MSC end roughly around 11 minutes.
Spin the stomps in the early game, really. If you get that early advantage, the Sky Piercer on Hirara as well. It was a pattern that we saw in the last few matches, even yesterday for Aurora Onic, that whoever gets the Hirara seems to have an advantage unless there's a Fanny on the other side.
Yeah, and that's the scary part, right? This early phase, so far, we're already seeing immediately attack on Sans. And this setup here, at level 2, at level 4 for Kyrie, they don't find the kill angle, unfortunately. For the upcoming Turtle, though, it's going to be a little late for Sans as well as Keyboy. We'll see whether or not they give it up. They're most likely going to give it up, considering that Team Spirit already running double fighters and Hiko already making his way to proxy the wave.
He's got to be careful, though. Needs to really be very careful. Onic probably know they can't contest with a neutral objective. They might be able to go for the trade, especially if Hiko tries to cut very early. But thankfully, for Spirit, Hiko sees him, spots him out. Zaur Ego is on this neutral objective. Now on the Harley should be free. Just the retry. Keyboy making sure he pops that retry. Nothing is going to be given for free.
And they're making sure that they're at least not wasting time, right? Really good defensive rotation from the side of Onic, making sure that they're sending Kyrie and Keyboy to the top side of the map, denying the proxy and making sure that things are relatively standard for Kelra in his gold lane experience. We know it's just a matter of time until Kelra might make a super play of his own. The real question is, where is First Blood going to happen? We've seen Kimbaba rotate from the bot side. Unfortunately, haven't seen too big of a commitment yet. Oh, wow. A cloud shift here as well.
Yep. Bomber's going to put some pressure down on Lutpi. Wanted to get a flicker at least, but Lutpi knows better than to actually use those resources early. He's going to stay patient with it. Kelra up top, though. It's so well played by Spirit in the draft, though. They ban out the Harriet, the Clint as well. Those are the two heroes that can really deal with the Paquito in lane. And because Team Spirit has red side, oh god, deadly matching. Some more with Sunset Lover as well. But back to the point, because they were red side, Onic couldn't risk picking up the Moskov just because there could be that Hanabi threat.
That's the thing, that's the thing. Every single time you come into these drafts, there's always that sneak peek on that red side. And so far, I like the way that, you know, Team Spirit have handled themselves, right? A slight evolution, not trying to go beyond what they need to do. They're still checking the boxes, and you can tell that Hiko, this side of the map is his, right? Even Keyboy has to be very respectful of him.
Lutpi didn't use any of the resources earlier. Rapid Giant to be used up now. Shifting skies. Oh, it's a flicker. Kid Bomba with First Blood. Now he's getting the fatal legs and a flicker combo, locking him down as Bomba can't go for the chain. Lantern Flare right there as he goes to the skies. Sunset Lover puts the thunder right down on Keyboy.
Oh man, once again, Kid Bomba catching Onic off guard. Wasn't expecting him to be so desperate to chase for someone of Lutpi's caliber, and not to mention even Keyboard trying to disengaging them, forgetting that Kimbamba can just walk back into the fight, one auto attack away from actually triggering that ult once more. Even so, the turtle is going to be up, and by the time the ults come back up for the side of TS, is Onic going to take first position here to try and drag this out? Do they really want to contest this?
Perfect match, already baited out by Keyboy, just with the G-Kundo. Now Onic holding control despite Team Spirit's early win. Stun coming down now. Shifty skies from Bomba, goes in. Lutpi doesn't get caught by it. Zaur back again, retry battle, Rapid Giant. Good zoning there, and it's gonna be the retry from Kai instantly. They will disengage. Zaur trying to look for a trade, but it will not happen.
Tactical defensive plays. And while this is all happening, Kelren just knows, hey, I get a free push here. Hiko, you can do whatever you want. You have the item power spike with a Hunter Strike. Sure, whatever. I will donate this to you, but just give me 5 more minutes. For the rest of the team, at the very least, we see that from Team Spirit's side, being able to kind of contest these neutral objectives is kind of the point. But at the same time, lutpi is quite the problem with the Wrath of the Dryad. So taking first position may not necessarily be ideal for TS, especially if the flickers are available. Radiant Armor purchase coming in from Kid Bomba. Not to mention penetration boots from Sunset Lover. He's already putting a lot of damage onto Sans, and I like the fact that they're trying to say, you know what? If we can force Sans to use his abilities, and we saw what happened in the previous game with the Sky Piercer, we can't let him get into that position again.
Nope. Definitely going to be against it. Sans, Crimson Beacon, and the lift on Sunset, able to flicker out, but Kai follows through with the pick. Did he get Sky Piercer before or after the kill, though? Is the question. As now Kai walks up again. Keyboy goes in with the way to Dragon. It's going to be cancelled out by the Fatal Lace and a flicker out, but a blazing duet from Kelra isn't enough to take him down. Kai right there. Kelra gets the last hit. Hiko now with the rotation. Wrath of the Dryad already there. Is Bomba and Sour. Go for the trade out to Kai. He's going to be able to get the dodge away. Bomba right there now, running him down.
Nicely done, and now they need to disengage. I don't think Bomba can get out of this. He's getting gunned down, and lutpi says, you know what, this time I'll let you go. It's chill, it's all good. We got the mid-tier 1. We were able to invade your jungle. We got the money that we were looking for, and I think that's the scary part about this current metagame. How far do you want to reach? How greedy do you think you can be, especially when you start getting to high-stakes games? Because this is some life-changing money on the line if they win the series.
And Onic did a fantastic job in finally being able to get a win over Spirit. It's been Spirit, the more calculated team, rotating early with the tempo. Onic now with a conceal for lutpi and Keyboy. Trying to grab a little bit more of that map pressure.
I don't know, this one's looking a little dangerous. He's thinking about this, but at the same time, look at the position of Kid Bomba. He wants to cloud shift somebody.
Let's see it now in the back, trying to zone Kyrie. He just dashes away for now. It's gonna be the full chase right now as he goes in twice. I'm talking about Wrath of the Dryad!
It's good, and now Sunset Lover, he gets the turtle!
And now with Bomba in the air, Kyrie locked down, he brings it back, lutpi straight into tower, scores! It's Kai with the rotation back to pick up the kill. 1 for 2 at the end of the day. Sunset going away, he go with the jump in, but he gets punished by Kyrie.
Man, these fighting beats are really uncomfortable to look at because there's so many moments that you see both Onic and as well as Team Spirit. They walk up, they're looking for a reaction, they're throwing the feints out, and whoever makes that first mistake usually goes down. But let's look at the replay one more time. It was good. Unfortunately for Kelra, he gets locked down by the ball lightning, but in the end, despite missing the cloud shift, that Wrath of the Dryads is such a game changer.
And you gotta give props to Kyrie for playing that fight perfectly, man. Earlier in the start of the fight was Bomba and Sao. Hey, Keyboy feeling it already. That's the vibe you need if you want to make it to the grand finals. Hiko going in again. It's Kai with the iframes dodging away, but now they have information. Sawa with a perfect match. Keyboy on the Cho. That's why it's such a good pick against this Atlas.
And both sides trying to draw the line in the sand, but it keeps getting wiped away, and they keep pushing it forward and pulling it backwards constantly. But now it's about item power spikes. At this stage, let's pull up the items just real quick here. At 8 minutes, where exactly is Kelra currently at? Because Hiko, he's already unlocked from this lane. They've got 2 towers, top and bottom side. They can start invading the jungle pretty heftily. Ideally, if they can get rid of mid-tier 1, that'll be more optimal. But even so, the coverage from Onic, they're like, yes, Kelra, invest more, wait until the stocks get big before we sell out.
You get to see the fans here. The Sonics in the building. Also the Spirit fans who are really just trying to go band for band with those chant battles. But yeah, I'd love to see those items as well for Onic. Let's take a look at it. DHS Rush. He's gonna go for the Golden Staff next, and it's just a component for Corrosion Scythe. So he wants to be active early.
He does. But on the opposite end, at least we know, with at least 200 gold difference between the gold laners at the very least, just the cost efficiency of the fighters. Already 2 items down in the bank. And with Lord already spawning here, I'm trying to figure out what's the best angle, because Sans has that Purify. I'm thinking whether they can punish Keyboy, but at the same time, Kyrie has been playing it so nicely with those iframes. They've got to figure out something that makes him bite. It can't just be the Lord here. Zara might be able to bait it, but at the same time, this is a huge problem if Keyboy gets a good kick on him. Nobody on the side of TS has a Purify.
And that move by Kelra as well, the poke over to Bomba, the fact that he chased even forward and Bomba popped the regen. So he's gonna have to recall back to base. Onic now have tempo around this. Bottom lane is good for TS. The ball lightning comes around for Keyboy. Hiko deals with the wave in the top lane, but the mid wave has been pushed in by Onic, so it's just a battle of prio around these lanes.
This is tactical. This is really, really tactical. And TS, they don't mind dragging this out.
No one saw that ball lightning.
It's all good, but I don't think it's over just yet. It's almost trying to force it.
Now with the shifting skies as well. Sans popping up the Crimson Beacon early. It's going to be him. Over the skies away. The dragon for Keyboy. Ball lightning stops it down. Samo with the Fatal Links on 2. Now it's him backing away. Sour Ego is down with the point with a deadly magic over on Sans as Kyrie waits for a position. Keyboy. Very risky game that he's playing. And Bamba walks back up.
I think they've been chunked out too hard here, but Kelra, he might make the difference. Ball lightning connects. Are they going to full combo him? No. Doesn't have the ult.
He's solo, just a little bit more, the Lord. Doesn't get the last swing of the Trident. He going out with a jump on the P. No Wrath of the Trident available now with the ball lightning. Sour wins up the right team battle, but Kelra dives into the blazing duet out Sunset. Has the BMI. Team Spirit want to chase.
They want to go for further. Keyboy's trying his best. Immediately into Thunderform, kicks him away, and Hiko catches one. Can they get a second one, though? Nah, it looks like it's just going to be purple here.
That's it. What a crazy fight. A crazy sequence of events.
Man, this is really an RTS. It turned away from a moment to an RTS so quickly in these couple of moments. Lucky for Sawa that the Lord decided to go into his animation to knock people up, because if not, he would have been blasted there. Kilra had the right idea. You know, Sunset Lover already used the ball lightning. They were trying to punish him real hard. He still has that flicker, and that's the beauty of it. If he had Purify, okay, sure, I guess he's dead there, but so far, things have been pretty hot for Team Spirit. This is going exactly how we were expecting it, right? Double fighter comps generally take the advantage first. Later down the line, you're expecting that the marksmen are going to be able to not only outplay, but have enough damage to output. The scary thing is, with the gold standard, he's really good at chunking out your frontliners and still having that fancy footwork to get out.
He's been doing that all game now, every single time, even before the golden staff, but even more so after it, right? The chunk on Bamba, forcing him back. He's literally just been winning them these small wins before the neutral objective even starts. But it comes down to, again, the lane management in the side, and that's why right now Kelra's kind of chained, locked in from going into the side lane because of the Paquito, and Hiko plays such a good game here where he's never really in vision.
Yes, and the best part is that he likes to stick his foot out in random spots just to make people feel like, oh, we got to be worried about the potential flank here. What about the tri-brush? What about... And then they won't, they just slow down. And I think that's the important thing here. Both teams need to really take into account every little detail that's happening across the map. And I think there are moments that I feel that Team Spirit are willing to 50-50 for, especially when they've got priority and pushing waves on their side.
Back to Hiko and the Paquito, though, the choice of emblems as well. We've been seeing a lot of lethal ignitions, obviously. In the XP lane, it was mainly quick quantum charge. And that's what Hiko has taken, that inspiration from the XP lane Paquito into the gold lane. Now he's not, hey, yeah, gone down, man, hey, looking from the top-down view. But yeah, it's all about playing in and out. It's about baiting those resources on the Paquito as well. It's not just about that insta-burst, especially against these top-tier teams.
I mean, he's going for War Axe, so he knows that he isn't just trying to, like, if he can one-shot somebody, sure, but he can also play a very Peel style, right? He can get in and out of fights more reliably. He can actually go down to 50% of his HP, walk up to a wave, heal back to full, and then come right back into the fight. The cooldowns are so important, and not to mention, they are going to make sure that they fight for a long time, because Sans, he would love to drag out these fights.
Holy Shield already down. Deadly Magic onto Sans. They're trying to really bait out those Crimson Beacons. Lutfi gonna be caught now. Thrown back. Rather try it, but it's too far away from the rest of the team. It has to be Lutfi. Taken low, taken out by Hiko.
Really nice. And now they're gonna keep on going forward for this, but I don't think they want to dive even further. They use all of their ults just to get Lutfi, and they still haven't cracked open the inhibitor, which is totally fine. But now we're seeing the major interactions here. Kid Bomba recognizes you can Wrath the Dryad all you want, as long as I am in that cloud form, casting abilities without any hesitation. There's not going to be a moment for you to lock me down.
Oh, this time they get the Crimson Beacon. Sawa with a perfect match now knows there's a man advantage that they want to capitalize on. That's a base turret with the First Lord with fighter side lanes.
And Onic, they decided, you know what? We'll give it to them. It's not the long lane. The Lord is still spawning on that top side. So this is just something that we're going to have to manage. And especially teams of this caliber, managing a lane ain't that hard. But then comes the problem later in the game. Their wave clear is not that great. It's only Kyrie and really Kelra who can clear these waves, but even Kyrie is starting to reach his cap on how much damage he can do, because a lot of his damage is directly tied to his levels.
Now it's back to that slow game. It's all about building these waves. And again, Spirit have been the ones with the advantage when it comes to dealing with the waves in the side lane, just mainly because of that 1v1. Kelra, he's gonna have to wait for the win of nature, and even then, I don't think he's comfortable playing in that side lane, right? Even if he gets the win of nature, just because Hiko on the QC on the War Axe is gonna get the Queen's Wings as well, and the Flicker, it'll be more worth for Hiko to bait that win of nature over just, again, a fight from Kelra.
Which makes me wonder whether or not Hiko is going to go and start getting himself a Malefic Roar or straight into the Queen's Wings. Considering that he's got the War Axe, I would only assume that it's going to be the Queen's Wings after, but that's, you know, a very EXP style of playing it. We'll see what options he has in a bit, because Conceal's already out and Sawo's opening up the Tri-Brush.
Keyboy doing a good job, again, just holding that wave, but now it's the EECA special, baby. It's that Lord Dance in the bottom lane, playing it as slow as they possibly can.
Oh, Deadly Magic's already on Sans, but Sans very calm. He's not going to react, not yet. Not until he sees Sawo do something crazy here, because TS, they're willing to start. Oh!
Whoa, Sunset able to flicker out of the Wrath of the Dryad. Now it's Keyboy locked down with the Frozen. And the perfect match instantly goes! Sawo with the ball, which is Sawo! With the Fatal Links, that's Kelra popping the blazing weapon. He's going to get bursted down by the Deadly Magic. And now it's Sans with a Lantern Flare.
And now they disengage. Finally, a moment to breathe at the very least. Kid Bomba, he doesn't mind dying there, but he wished that he got somebody other than just Keyboy. Now, Onic instantly going to take priority and first move on this Lord. What is Team Spirit going to do? Because we're seeing the flank coming in from Zara. Opens up the Tri-Brush. They know it's safe, and Hiko, he's pulling attention to himself. This is great.
That wave bot wasn't set up perfectly by Spirit, and now it's going to be building back for Onic. Slow pushing towards Spirit. So it's a win for Onic for now. But they have Keyboy down. That means Spirit have the man advantage for a while as Bomba spawns.
I think Onic recognized that TS, they can't blitz this down as quick as they want to, so they can actually maintain this tempo. It's getting really dangerous because now the Kid Bomba is going to show himself. This is where Onic needs to take advantage of the scenario. Well, same time as well, that top side is shoving in pretty hard. Hopefully he doesn't mess up their mid wave as well.
Probably will. They're going to have to send members down there, and that means it's free for Zaur to clear out the mid wave. Now, it's Bomba who've set up the wave in the bottom lane and a good spot for it to build back in favor of Spirit.
So they've got like roughly a minute or two to work with here. TS has set it up nice. Let's see who gets it.
Saw with the jump now. They know he has no Purify, but Hiko's going to be taken very low already. Lippy going to be chunked down as well. Shifting Skies from Bomba, trying to lock them down already. Now it's Zaur and Kyrie going to go for the Red Tree battles. Deadly Magic will land on Kelra. Bomba's right there. Ball lightning, and it's Bomba with the jump. Zaur with Retribution.
Beautiful play, and they're going to go further than this. Kyrie does not get the Lord this time, but at the very least, they are able to trade upwards. Man, Kid Bomba really wanted to deny Kyrie of that Retribution and was willing to die for it.
But is it worth another 2 Sky Piercer stacks? Zaur with a jump, Deadly Magic! Kyrie needs to time this, but I think he's good anyways, right? Just gotta be careful of that Lightning Truncheon proc.
Yeah, no, it's so safe. I really love the fact that, you know, once you get to a certain point with Hirara, you're like 3 seconds, okay, perfectly fine. Double iframes if necessary. I can wait for my combo points to actually come back up. As long as nobody threatens me in the meantime to force him out, generally will survive. Now let's look at the items one more time because we're seeing max build already from Hiko. And yes, he did opt to go for his third item to be the Queen's Wings on top of getting the Malefic Roar at the end, so he has that real 1-2 punch for Kelra if he doesn't build that Winds of Nature soon.
Doesn't seem like he is gonna build the Wind of Nature. He wants to gamble it, man. This is the guy who went Brody against a Belric, all right? It's all good. He can react to things, and that's what he's leaning on. He's leaning on his own skills, the drills that LaFell was talking about as well, pointing out to Kelra, who's just been practicing all around to deal with damage, to deal with setting tools.
Hey, speaking of damage and dealing with setting tools, Sans also getting himself a Radiant Armor here to make sure he doesn't die to Zaur. So now he's not exactly the most optimal target, and Zaur has to rethink who he's going to be jumping on. I would like to say Keyboy, but like half the time, those kicks really is more for disruption than it is for a big set, considering that both sides have some big haymakers ready to unleash. And I think Zaur's been playing like a really good game with the way that he's going in and out and trading the aggro. Very similar to an MMO RPG raid. You have your tanks, they gotta cycle the damage between each other to make sure that everybody stays healthy.
Uh-oh. Keyboy has a Shunpu. The Deadly Magic will actually bait it out now as Keyboy gets the Jikudo. Now the Shunpu gets Sawo with the Fatal Links, able to catch 2, but Keyboy will get the way of the Dragon to disengage for now. Hiko staying busy while that happened. Pushing in the mid wave, getting a bit more damage onto that base turret.
And I like the fact that Zaur, especially when there's technically nothing to fight for, he's willing to just throw the Deadly Magic at you. Just like, yeah, I need to get something, I need to get a reaction, and as long as that reaction actually happens, it's fine. My ult's gonna come back up in less than 30 seconds. Arguably, wait, what is he, level 15 already? Yeah, about 26 seconds, no problem.
That flicker though, well, long cooldown on Keyboy. And that's really the only engage tool, right?
Yeah.
It's Lutpi here, more on that reactive. Oh no, did they read out Keyboy's movement? I think they did. No flicker, Keyboy. How are you gonna run away from this one, buddy? That's a ball lightning. The Thunder's Wrath as well. Keyboy gonna be taken out by Sour as Bomba walks up and they don't use any crucial resources. It's just the deadly magic.
Now more than ever, the meta demands you perfection from not only your rotations, but your positioning as well, and reading your opponent. So far, the score is 8-8, but the 2.2k lead on the side of Team Spirit is starting to make me nervous here. Kelra's at a point where he does real damage, but it's so hard for him to walk into the fight for that big blazing duet.
Sawo again zoning in the backline, now jumping on Sans, trying to bait up Crimson Beacon or a Purify. Oh, Sawo flicker the fatal links, Purify out from both already. Rotskid Bomba with a layer, brings it back into the knockout strike. Kelra, Immortality already down.
It's right, they were going for it, and Champion Sans already gets Kelra. They want to get a little bit more, but at least with Kid Bomba, he survives as Kyrie is next to fall. I thought that was going to be an instantaneous fight, but even for the side of Onic, they're willing to expand resources to make sure they can buy a little bit more time.
It's the layer. You Purify out of the fatal links, then it's Bomba with the Sora, and now they're knocking on the base. Zara with the deadly magic on Keyboy. Sawa walks up on Sans with no Purify. Base wide open, Team Spirit. Secure game number 1.
All right, that's a great start for Team Spirit, but this series ain't over yet. How many times can they pull that combination?
And I'm gonna have to go 4. I think I'm gonna lean towards Team Spirit. I'm gonna go to the toilet later.
Well, we know where LaFell's going, and we know that Spirit is the side that is bringing more of the attention for Naisu. I want to hear what our boys think. Here we go. Gideon, how we feeling about game 2?
Hey, we're already feeling pretty excited how this game has played out after seeing game number 1, but when you're looking at those compositions, that glue's got a lot of work to do here, not to mention the Valentina trade-off. They're gonna have access to Fatal Links, and I'm only seeing 1 Purify coming out of Hiko, so good luck to both mid laners. Something has to be perfect. Somebody will eventually make a mistake, and not to mention Lutpi getting chunked out pretty early on.
Yeah, it's not just about mistakes or making it, it's also having to deal with the forced mistakes from your opponent. Spirit just did that straight up. Esmeralda, great against the Barats, you know. But if it's a 2v1, it's always going to be rough. And Bomba's really just capitalizing off of this. Trying to, I thought freeze, but no, he just goes for the contest anyways.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a little bit tough here. But he needs his stacks, right? At the end of the day, once he gets into that max stack, it becomes a lot
Bomba got
harder.
it. I think Bomba got it. That's why he's recalling.
Yeah, now he's happy. Now he has full control over this lane, right? The prolonged trades won't be as easy as it was before, now that he has the stacks. Not to mention he's got way better wave clear as well. First invade here is looking dangerous.
Uh-oh, it might be a kill. Straight up Keyboy. Slam, not going to give it to the pass, straight up to a flicker on Sunset Lover.
And that's the scary part, right? Urara's so good with the iframes. Oh,
wait a second. This is dangerous. Sao with the flicker around now. Sour egoist. So Sao will sacrifice his flicker to give Zaur, or to ensure he gets his farm.
yeah, and he has to take it. If not, he's not going to have the deadly magic in time to start pressuring these lanes, and I think it's the influence of the lanes that really matter more here. Kelra, he's already in a pretty good position against Hiko. But for the time being, it's all about control. How long can they maintain this? The next 10 seconds is when that turtle is going to spawn, and Sans very close to level 4 here. They will have access to Fatal Links if necessary, but let's see what Sans does here.
Sao's gonna wait. Perfect match. Oh, that was a gamble that didn't pay off. Now Sans just steals away the Fatal Links for free, and remember, Sunset's not 4. He died earlier, missed a whole wave.
Yeah, they got to give this up. I don't think this is going to be a contest, or technically it shouldn't be. They also still don't have an answer to Keyboard, who's able to just kind of walk up and does whatever he wants.
Oh! Gets on the glue now. Oh my god, the stun on 3!
Combo!
Deadly magic coming out of Fatal Links. Sunset reacts to it, blazing duet. Keyboard gonna be taken down. That's the SOD landing, but look, he's gonna get taken out by Hiko.
Oh, brother man's Kid Bomba! I can't believe that they got not only a beautiful Detona's welcome, but made it collide into 2 people in the very first interaction of the game. That could not have gone better for TS in a position which technically wasn't even supposed to be theirs.
And the reaction time of Sunset Lover reacting to the Fatal Links flicker combo from Suns as well. Turns out it's not just Kelra doing drills. Sunset's been doing it all the time as well. Bomba though. Hey, buddy, you got the first play. Now it's gonna be revenge. Yeah, I mean, Bomba accepts his fate. There's no way he's gonna burn his flicker anyways there.
It's like 4 guys? Really? 4 of them? Boys!
Nice.
Let's give Hiko a lead, and now immediately going straight for the plating. And I mean, that's the natural trade-off here, and understandably so, but definitely is more important for Kyrie at this stage of the game. He needs to get those kills early on. I don't know whether Keyboy can keep this up, but he needs to continuously harass and start opening up this map here. Not only are we seeing the man-to-man defense, but we're also seeing decisive action from both TS and as well as Onic. Hey, if you're going to gank 4 people down here, we got to make something happen on that top side. And not to mention that Keyboy, even when he is playing defensive like he is right now, he is looking for Sawo. He's thinking, all right, if Sawo shows up, we can do something about this. If we notice that, hey, Zara actually is on the bottom side of the map, does he need to reposition? Because you can see both sides are leaning into that insurance policy at the end of the day.
Ooh. Is that just the retry? Yes, Zara actually took that away. It's such a small win because it's the small little beetle, but hey, a win is a win. If you take away Hirata's main power, you know, being able to farm... Well, hold on. I thought Onic were going to rotate up top. Instead, they're going to wait.
I thought so too.
Ambush. Keyboard the stab, the pass. Wow, Sawo gets a perfect match in time.
Okay. Are they
Fatal
going to
links? Oh, that's already worth it. They bait out the fatal links.
Interesting interaction with Cyclone Eye. Now they want more.
Oh my God, Keyboy spat into Hiko's guns. Bullets, bang.
That was the... That was the most interesting fate of all time. Both sides were... And finally, it surmounts to just a single kill onto Keyboy's side, which is great at the end of the day for Team Spirit. They're going to be able to get this turtle, and I want to see how they want to actually convert this into something real.
They're playing such a beautiful game of MLBB right now, and it's such a... I love the dynamic of, you know, Yangon Falcons going, team fights, and then Spirit and Onic being a lot more slow. Sawo knows there's no fatal links. That means he can open. That means he can try to actually feint out some of these, you know, engages. Hold on. Even to conceal to get more prio. Hold on. Valentina's waiting in the bush. No. All right.
They're not going to dive this, are they? I mean, it's a little dangerous to do this at this stage of the game. Not to mention, there's kind of nothing to fight for on the map, right? The buff's already been taken on that top side. If they wanted to make something happen, maybe on that bottom side. But even so, they still are able to get the turret, which is great.
And you get to really see the growth of Hiko as a player, Gideon. Just last year, against Onic Philippines, Spirit were the ones to choose Onic PH, right? Winning their groups, doing really well. And in the lanes, it was Hiko who got overzealous, wanting to solo kill Kelra, really wanting to put it out there that he could be better than the god in the gold lane. This time, he trusts in the team. He plays for the team. He doesn't try to get those 1v1s anymore.
Actually, it's a little bit more than that, because Hiko decided to start... Oh, hold on.
Wow, Sunset Lover! What a reaction again. Hiko stays patient on the Purify. Now, Lutpi taking a brunt of that damage. Kid Bomba's trying to get the angle to pull Lutpi back. Sunset, what is he on?
Yeah, I don't know. I was surprised that Kid Bomba actually didn't want to try for Detna's welcome to get the Purify out of Lutpi earlier. There's still like 35 more seconds until the next turtle actually spawns here, but this is working out perfectly. Come back to the point here. The fact is, he gets this turret for free. This fight, the reaction time here.
Oh.
Bang! I think he was reacting to Lutpi and it was hell no!
It was reacting to Lutpi. Oh, what a chop! Big Bonk now throwing him into the ball lightning, and it's going to be him taken out by the Thunder's Wrath straight up. Keyboy now 1-3-1.
All it takes, a 2K lead for composition like this. Let's pull up the item list. What's Bomba currently on right now? Like, he seems a little thicker than usual, and that's why. He's got plenty of magic resist with that Radiant Armor. He's already building up to the Antique.
With that gold gap. Oi, what? Sour picks up a kill in the mid lane. I think with the help of the ball lightning, that magic defense reduction.
It's a natural combo here, and now they're going to get mids here. This is going to snowball out of control. This is going to turn into maybe even like a 6K lead.
And Gideon, we were talking about that matchup. Hiko and Kelra, the gold gap, the difference is massive. Hiko got the golden staff at 6 minutes. He's on track to get it. 3-item power spike at 8.
I'm really hoping LaFell can break down that moment when Hiko takes that top tier turn, because that was a team effort here. Everybody decides, you know what? We go invisible, we make the play. Oh, does he get caught at the... Oh no, he couldn't run away. Sawo made it difficult as well. Man, I really thought he had enough base defense to actually survive the whole thing, but man, with the shred and everything else.
They're playing so good. Like,
this is technical boxing. This is they're playing on the outside. They're not like the Young Galacticos going for the inside brawl. No. They're dancing on the out.
Literally.
This is great.
Bomba, bro.
Moments like this where people who don't know high level are like, why is he wasting his ultimate? Cut to Zara, it's like, oh my god, another buff, I'm having the time of my life.
And I gotta give it to Sunset Lover, man. So many of these plays have been set just by him wasting the resources, because by all means, Onic should be able to capitalize on some of these moments. Sunset is a Eudora. This is a guy who's supposed to be vulnerable against a Fade Lynx, against a Falling Star Moon, but he's just so clean, he's so good with it.
He's playing hot. I think he still remembers the last MSC, right? The last time at an international, actually. When he was playing Farsa, he ended up getting hit by too many abilities, and I think he doesn't want to make that same mistake, especially with the qualification to the grand final slot for not only himself, but for the region. Zara, he's dealing some real damage. Even Lutfi, that shield is not doing much for him. Okay. He's getting chucked out a lot of the time, and at least for now, let's see how TS wants to do this, right? 25 more seconds.
Swift Trinity for Hiko.
Ooh.
And that's the damage! Oh my goodness! Lutfi's health bar! Blown out straight up!
It's this moment here. They're not going to siege. They're not going to siege. He's not going to do it. It's not going to do it. But he's conditioning them. And that's the important part at high level. At the end of the day, Kid Bomba has shown so many Detona's welcomes that have so much value. Wow. The fact that he's charging it up, Onic have decided behaviorally, I must respect it. And they start moving away from this. Now, they've got the Lord in their hands. They don't care about the setup on the Lord because, hey, the waves show up, Onic. If Onic shows up, that's when TS are going to attack.
When can they attack, though, is the question now. I mean, it couldn't have been, like, this perfect, honestly. Like, he gets the Swift Trinity, and they go and see Lutfi instantly bursting him down. And even Lutfi's confused. He's behind on the Esmeralda. He's thinking, all right, I got to get the Radiant Armor to deal with our egoist, right? Didn't take into account at all, and it's not his fault that Hiko will be able to get Swift Trinity at 8.
How much do you want to bet that Lutfi probably freaked out because he was looking at the items like, he doesn't have it yet. And when he checks it again, when did he get it? Oh, another combo!
Yeah, but it's only on to Sawo. The only shield saves him. A Kelra is able to find SOD, lands it on him. The turret shot also doing well. Now the Spear of Misery. And this is where you start to believe again, if you're an Onic fan, that Kelra can turn things around for the team, right? On the Moskov a bit too many times. He's done this, but Spirit, they're okay with the trade. They say, go, take Sawo. It's okay. That's a base turret in the far lane. Hiko's farmed up. He's a whole item ahead of Kelra.
And yet, Onic can't really force the situation. Oh my god, Kelra's dead. Can he out?
He's trying! Zaur!
Too much damage. It's just too much damage here. Now they get another inhibitor turret. And I think this game is almost pretty much done for at this point, right? 8.7 wins of nature purchase as well. Like, worst case scenario, somehow Sans and Lutfi need to take out Hiko after getting chunked out by Kyrie and Kelra.
Spirit just took out Onic's plan B like it was nothing, and it was our egoist. With his cars, they bait out the Holy Shield. Sans now, cover the ball, lightning. Oh my god! Together with the Thunder's Wrath! Oh my goodness, styling on Onic. That was Hiko with the BMI. Caught again by Kai, but now he's getting him down, Sawo. Straight to the back line now, going for the Fatal Links, waiting and Purify out already. Kivo, he's taken out by Sunset.
This is sheer domination. This is sheer domination from Team Spirit. They're not letting this go. We don't need the Lord. We're going straight for the end. We have the power spikes, and we're going to close it out here.
Lutfi jumping in, oh my god, Tower again! Takes Kelra below, he gets into the base in time. That's everybody except Kelra down, he takes the SOD, but he gets gunned down by Hiko, and now it's Sans!
They're looking for the end, and this should be at the full wipeout at the top of it. 13-4, 11 minutes. What a game two, what a confidence boost for every Team Spirit fan here in the arena.
Utilize this lineup.
But could it be enough for Onic? This could be their last chance, their last game at MSC. It could send them home from Paris, but a chance of the grand finals remains as long as they keep winning. It's up to Team Spirit to book their ticket and do it for EECA. It's time for Mirko and Gideon to get us to what could be our final game of the semifinals.
One chance, one opportunity, a way to make history, another disappointment, or a chance at redemption, as Onic might be able to take this game. But these drafts, man, I don't know about you, Mirko, but this has been a brutal, brutal matchup for Onic, especially in the mid lane.
It just looks so good for Spirit. Even a Clint pick here just to try to bully Kelra in lane. I think it's really, really good. Great movement here as well by Hiko to dodge the Synchrofish. And as we take a look at the emblems for this game number 3.
They're making sure that everything is up to date here. It's making sure they also have, right, early flicker on, but Sunset Lover's in trouble. He's got no dash.
Instantly, mobilization, Kai with first blood. This time in game number 3.
Priority makes all the difference here. They're going to get one more into Sawo, and Kyrie is already extremely happy with the scenario. 2-0, one of the better starts we've seen here for the side of Onic.
This is the best start we've seen from Onic already. So we'll see if they can actually capitalize on this. Kyrie this time 2-0. So again, this could be it as well. Nico with a flicker already. Great read by Kai to read that flicker. 3-0 for Kyrie in game number 3.
This is an amazing start for the Sky Kings. And at this stage of the game, TS, well, that early game plan might have to, take a back step for a little bit here. It's not the end of the world because a majority of that lead is still on Kyrie. The question is, can the laners keep this pace up to maintain this level of oppression as we start moving into our very first turtle here in game number 3? And TS, they already have information. They should see Sans rotating here, as well as Kyrie as well. Are they going to just steal camps? And I think that just might be the play. They're just going to wait and steal.
Might be going to the bottom lane as well here, knowing that they cannot contest with a neutral objective, but Sunset is very close to level 4. It seems like they want to contest still. Sunset sitting with the Valor ult instantly, and now it's going to be Sour. Big shot from Bamba into it. Sunset's right there, and he finds it, and Sour is able to pick up a kill. Now it's Bamba staying alive for a bit, throws Keyboy back away. That's the missing projectile landing, and Lucky picking up the kill. Sour walks up, and he goes right there.
Now they want to go for a little bit more. Kelra and Sans now in the fight. Who gets it?
Red tree from Sour is clean. Kalra with the on force now. Not the instant dash, he just yet, but Sunset to be taken very low. Zico's still right there, and that's Kalra with a pickup on Sunset Lover.
Is he gonna at least set this up even more? No, Sawo here to cover Nico. He's walking up. He's thinking about it, but I don't think he has much.
Fatal Links, Bomba's right there as well. They're gonna pick up a kill. So it's TS leveling the odds back again. That shutdown on Kai put Team Spirit back on track.
Yep, all right. Things back on track. Now we can go back to the game plan here. Level 4 has already been achieved, but let's look at that replay one more time here. Because again, Kid Bomba able to tank a good chunk of that damage, especially from that gush. Unlucky for Sans that he wasn't able to get a little bit more off of this, but once everybody got into the middle of this fight, even Kelra deciding, you know what, it's time to Zaman Force and start triggering the fight super early on. They were able to get something back here, and I think, whoa, fight.
Keyboy just got taken out. Now the Mystic Gush comes around, but Sawa's able to flicker around. Kelra jumps in with a Chrono Dash and is able to find one, but now look at the burst! Hiko has the flicker. Will he go for that last shot?
Thinking about it. He's thinking about it. No. Kai's already on top of it. Gets the flicker as well. Nice. Oh, I really thought just a little bit more. Lutfi catches him at the edge with the glorious pathway, but unable to really capitalize on it. Darn you, mid-walls. But for now, I mean, we're back to a neutral state.
Look at Bomba though, utilizing that chaos to get all of the turret shield.
Still a bit of a win at the very least. I just love the fact that Onic are now saying, you know what? We're on our comforts. We shouldn't be that scared. We can outplay this, right? They're getting a little disrespectful, and I think they've learned from the previous game, hey, if things are going bad, we got to instigate some kind of war. We don't have to fully commit, but once we get the green light, we have to initiate.
Bomba with the cut under tier 2.
Deep one as well.
That is super deep, and Lutfi can't do anything about it. Great info from the rest of Spirit saying that Onyx responded in the bottom side of the map, and now Bomba, I think his job right now is to keep Kyrie here. He's going to reset that buff.
Is he going to Detona's welcome him while he's at it as well? Doesn't see how many combo points.
Ooh. Sans able to flicker around. Now the Mystic Projectile and the Mystic Gush as Kyrie walks in with immobilization, but now it's going to be the chop. Bomba doesn't land it. He has the flicker. He flickers out of safety. Keyboy's going to be stunned up by the Terrify of Sunset Lovers. Now they go for the taunt, and it's Bomba who gets caught. Still alive. Rather than Dryad, chaining him down. Bomba finally taken out as Kai gets his first stack of the Sky Piercer.
But they don't get anything else on the map, unfortunately. They managed to clear the waves just in time, so no big convergence and no bigger trades for the side of TS. Onic win it now. They're sending 3 members down as Kyrie's on top. Let's see the dispersion, because unfortunately for Hiko, he's got to recall at some point. He's got no mana.
Yep. I think now is the right time to recall. Sunset Lovers looking for the angle. Now on Kai. He goes for the dash. He's waiting for it. Oh my god. He timed it perfectly. Now the Raptor trying. Sunset Lover. 3 games in a row having one of the best series performances.
Man, Sunset Lover, the prodigal child, is back. They don't want to go. At least Kid Bomba didn't have his flicker there. That'll. Oh!
Sawo fatally straight into Zeravico! Keyboy with the rattle to the Dryad, but now it's going to be the chase as the conceal gets used up by both. One into the bottom lane. It's Bomba. He's gonna look to try to bait out the Purify from Kelra. Zaman Force coming out. Sal with a perfect match. He's gonna try to go for the dive right now as Kelra is able to go for it. A few more hits. Big chunk. Purify out from Kelra.
Don't punish just yet. We need to see the item list here. Did Hiko get into that power spike as soon as that wombo combo happened? Because as of yet, that was a lot of damage, and now Zara gets a mid-tier 1, looking to threaten multiple buffs at the same time. Even managing to walk away with this. Bit early on the retribution. Let's look at this one more time because, again, a huge catch here, especially onto Zans, who's very susceptible to this Atlas at the stage of the game. He doesn't have that Purify. He's got to make sure that when he positions himself, it's very much when he has that info, but at the same time, nobody can really stop Sawo from getting in on the fight.
And no one can stop Zaur from farming. This guy, I mean, Rainy pointed it out earlier. Yes, Zaur has died. It was once. It was a shutdown towards the end of the game, so it didn't count that death. But man, this guy's just untouchable. The egoist. And this time, so clean on the Traceless. The CC immune to get away from these CC locks. Even the target from Lutfi, now the Mountain Shocker to get vision.
Yep, we've moved from technical boxing. There's still aspects of being on the outside, but you can see that Team Spirit, they want to get on the inside. They want to make this as messy as possible, because when it is messy, you are blinded by what is happening around you. And so far, Kid Bomba and Zara Egoist are the biggest winners in those cases. This is a huge lead, 3.2k, 7 minutes in, and Hiko is still gunning down these turrets.
This is why you gotta watch these games. This is why you can't just look at the stats after the game. You look at Sunset stats, you're probably like, oh my god, he didn't have a good game. But then you watch it and, hey man, what a performance from Sunset. Yes, first blood, sure, a mistake, but the redemption was 10 times fold. That mistake. And now Sao zoning Kai away from the jungle.
Plenty of damage dealt all across the board. San's actually getting some pretty decent damage. However, the way that their leads are working. Oh, it catches!
Max range now with the rest of the team. Lutfi's right there. Oh! Baits the flicker out from Sans. And now it's free for Salo if he wants to get Sans.
No way! He didn't see the Jets right underneath them, pushing him right into it. Holy! TS are not missing a beat as of right now, and their mechanics are so sharp, it hurts. It hurts to be an Onic fan. They're hoping that at least an outplay would come through, but with a 4.6k lead, unless that shutdown is on Zara or maybe even Hiko, I don't see it happening for now. They already lose their shielding down by the mid lane. That's fine. They still have their side lanes to work for, but they still have 33 seconds.
And it's all about just waiting right now. Spirit have everything they need to close it out.
Oh my god, Zara already prolific. Holy
Pull up the items. I want to see that right now. What is Zaur on? He's level 14 at 8 minutes. This could be the fastest level 15 in the tournament.
Hyper efficient as well. Doesn't go for the BOD. Goes for the hyper efficient items to make sure that his power spikes are alongside with how strong Hiko is with the Berserker Spirit and Endless Battle. Once he gets that Malefic gun, the sieging will begin.
He gets a Screen Crab and the Orange. That'll be the fastest level 15, I think, but he doesn't care. He wants to stay objective. TS on the Lord, about a shocker for vision.
They want to dance around this for just a little bit. Look, B, he's taking a decent amount of damage. Kibama's losing his stacks while they're dancing around this. Onic don't mind, but they can't walk in on the pit, and also they get it for free.
Sawo knows that Sans doesn't have the flicker, so he's just going to zone everybody away from the purple.
We're not playing chess anymore. We're playing Go, an ancient game designed to surround your opponents and zone them out from key positions on this board. It is beyond what we know. It's not even 4D chess. It may seem black and white, but the chips are telling everything. 8-6, 2 kills down, and yet there's a 6.5k lead and a Lord about to knock on the front door. Kelra at least has his third item.
Let's talk about the Siege, because the Siege is looking good for Spirit. It's 2 marksmen. On top of that, the zoning tool from Bomba. Detonus welcome, Fatal Links as well. Sky Piercer for Kai was shut down earlier, and how's the Mountain Shocker again? It's gonna be Zaur, trying to bait out a few resources again. If he's able to get a Purify, which he can, that'll be massive for Sao, massive for Bomba.
Let's see how they play this up, because I want to see that Wrath of the Dryads be used at some point in TS. They recognize it, they have to respect it.
Sao with his own again with a perfect match now. They're gonna go straight for the base turret in the mid lane. The Malefic gun picked up for Hiko.
And now they can do this all day. They can do this all day, but there's still that fear that maybe Keyboy makes a play. We might see initiation from a glorious pathway, but the denial of information and the split up from Zar, they're not playing a traditional front to back, and now they're sieging even further.
Again, it's gonna be Sao. God has the flicker out again. They're gonna play it safe right there as a glorious pathway gets sent down and Bomba won't go for the death to this welcome. Spirit are playing to their identity, to their strength, playing it as slow as they possibly can, knowing they have a composition that can withstand Onic scaling as well.
They can do this. They can absolutely do this. For once in a very, very long time, the Dark Horses of EECA might be able to punch their ticket right into the Grand Finals if they just close this out cleanly. But we know that the Sky Kings have always been in these types of positions before. Yes, maybe they're not winning championships right now, but here we go!
Big chomp down. The Mystic Gush not able to get anyone down right now as Keyboy looks for the flank. Can he look for the Wrath of the Dryad? He goes in, but it's only going to be on the front lines. Mount of Shotgun lands on Luke P! Sunset Lover!
Makes the play already with Wrath Dryad, pull with the Fatal Links!
Kelra is a force now, jumping around as Hiko's killed. Gonna be there. Kyrie with a pick up on the Sawo. Kelra very good at buying some time, distracting, zoning the rest of Team Spirit away, and isolating Sawo from the rest of the pack. Onic still alive.
That could have been so much worse. That could have been so much worse, and that's all you can ask for a gold laner at this stage of the game. I'm sorry that we can't give you that space, but at the very least, just buy us just a couple more seconds here as we move into the 12th. 16 or more with a missing mid inhibitor. This is very manageable for Onic, but so far, these glorious pathways have been dealt with very handedly by Team Spirit. And Kelra, he's got some real damage on his hands. The problem right now is that they can't get that first move. They can't get the first initiation onto Team Spirit without the counter initiation completely annihilating the back line.
You can see, oh my god, the chomp!
He got him.
Purify out, oh my god!
They're still going. Glorious pathway, it's already out, and now they should disengage.
Keyboy, he's stuck. Mount of Shotgun and pull for the missile with the Fatal Links as well! Keyboy with the Wrath of the Dryad is able to buy some time, but again, Kelra cannot walk up. Not while Sunset Lover has the Wrath of the Dryad. Not while Kelra doesn't have to Purify. It's a free Lord over to Team Spirit.
These are heavy jabs being traded on both sides. They are willing to throw anything underneath the bus to get the reaction that they are looking for. But TS, the economic lead, 8K at this point, 42 to 34. This is a beautiful endgame angle for them. They just need to make sure they close this out cleanly.
You can see Sawo, that player cam, instantly one hand off, just giving instructions. Guys, play it slow. 3 waves, build it up. Do not forget the fundamentals. They are possibly a few minutes away from another big upset at MSC. From locking their spot in the grand finals. The first time ever for an EECA representative.
This is for all their predecessors before them, for War Barbie, for Defender, for everybody else as they look for the endgame scenario.
Top lane gonna be taken down now as Team Spirit look for the play in the bottom lane. Sawo, perfect match. Keyboy gonna be chunked as well. Sawo!
He nails it! Even further as they're looking to try and close out this game.
Big shot now, throwback again. It's gonna be Kai. Taken out by Sour and Eco.
There you have it. Team Spirit have done it and punched their ticket to the Grand